Good morning. You're going to need your folder for class. And what we're going to do today is really quickly finish up the Constitution notes. And then I'm going to give you time and be around in case you need help with the Constitution Interactive Notebook. So what you're seeing on the screen right now is what you see in Google Classroom. And if you notice, all of the assignments are numbered. And this is how I will number them usually in the gradebook. So if you go to the gradebook and you see that you're missing number 5, this is what it should say. Your grades have been updated. However, I'm going to be updating it again today, and you have progress reports coming out Friday. So between now and Friday, I'll be able to help you and update your grades and kind of help you in real time, as opposed to, answering just emails. Okay. You'll need the Constitution notes, the ones that said Constitution and Bill of Rights on them. And this should be, according to our schedule, your third topic, I believe, but we're just finishing this one up really quick. So I'm going to open this up. Again, Screencastify is good because you can pause this in case you don't have them, go grab them. But I'm going to go ahead and scroll through what we've done. Okay, we talked about the Constitutional Convention and the fact that there was an original attempt at a government, and that was called the Articles of Confederation. That didn't work. It had weaknesses for like no power to tax, and other weaknesses like that. So they had to create an entirely new constitution. We went over the term federal, that it means national. And this sets up the conflict we're going to have with how much power does the national government have versus state governments. It is set up as 7 articles. You need to know the first 3 articles in particular because those are the first 3 branches of government. Legislative, the Congress makes laws. Executive, President enforces laws. And judicial, Supreme Court interprets laws. We talked about the checks and balances and the fact that the anti-federalists and federalists debate over that power, and that's why we have a Bill of Rights in the Constitution. So those two sides, Federalists favored a strong national government with less power to states. They did not favor putting a Bill of Rights into the Constitution. However, the Anti-Federalists were insistent on that Bill of Rights, and it was added to the Constitution, and the Constitution was ratified as a result. All right, I think this is where we're picking up the finishing the notes. All right, the Constitution is ratified in 1789, and there are some good and bad things about that ratification that are going to cause some problems down the road. First good thing, pros and cons. First pros, it's the most enlightened document of its time. Remember when we talked about John Locke, the Enlightenment philosophy? This document gave normal, regular people more power than any document that came before it. It allows for changes, amendments. An amendment is a change or an addition. Our Constitution allows for amendments to be added to it, and over time, those have given groups of people more freedom. It allows for dissent. Dissent means you're allowed to disagree. You are allowed to disagree with your government without fear of going to prison. And that is what that word dissent means, disagreement. Bad side, the cons. The original did not include rights for women, natives, poor whites that didn't own property. And of course, there's one huge group of people that they leave out, and that is slaves. The Constitutional Convention, they debated getting rid of slavery, and they decided they wouldn't. In order for the southern colonies, which were heavily dependent on slavery by then, to ratify the Constitution, they left slavery in place. They allowed it. And of course, if you remember back from 8th grade, the United States Civil War is going to be fought over the issue of slavery. And because they left slavery in place, that's what's going to lead us to that Civil War, the Confederacy versus the Union, which is what we're going to talk about next week. So, good things about the Constitution: it was an enlightened document, allowed for changes and disagreement. But the bad side is it left slavery in place when they could have abolished it way back in 1789. Okay. Now go ahead and, not on that one, you can write end, and today's date is 9/8. Some of you might be listening to this tomorrow, so it'll be 9/9, but just put end 9/8 or 9/9. And your goal before Friday is to get the rest of that Constitution slideshow done. So let me go back to that really quick. I'm not adding any new assignments for the gradebook, at least, before Friday. Most of you, from what I have seen, were able to open and edit the new version that I put up. I had told you that by Friday of last week, you should try to get to slide 5. Now this time I'm going to be taking this slide out, and I'll add a slide at the bottom here that tells you that this is due this coming Friday. So you're going to have to get up to the Bill of Rights by then. I'm going to give you a resource to work on that today. Let me get this little message out of the way here. So that is your goal by this Friday. That is the only assignment you have due, because I want to make sure that you have plenty of time to get personal help with it. I will post another video Thursday and Friday helping you through parts of this, but I'm not going to give you a huge exam because it's more important that you have time to get this actual assignment done. So that is what you need to work on today, is that U.S. Constitution Interactive Notebook. You've already started it, and it's in Google Classroom. All right. I will stop there, and then I will be doing another Screencastify for Thursday, but I'll also be in Zoom that day.